Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new here, my name is Enid, and in today's video I'm gonna do a flip through of the first signature in my new techniques journal. So sit tight and I'll be right back to get started. Before I get started with the journal flip through, I just wanted to make good on my promise last week to show you how to make the third variation of these journal inserts. If you'll recall, these were 3-pocket inserts, and they're made exactly the same way using a 6x6 sheet of paper. The only difference is where you make the notch, which will determine whether you have a top pocket or a side pocket. Anyway, so this is the 6x6 version of the pocket, and then this is the version of the pocket using a 6x9 piece of paper, and as you can see, it's exactly the same. It's this one is a top pocket versus a side pocket over here, and then it has the same 2 pockets on the front. And then by using a 6x9 piece of paper for this version, you wind up with a flip, okay? And then you wind up with 6 pockets versus 3 pockets. So let's just show you here. Let me get a contrasting piece of paper. This is kind of long, but so you have 1 pocket here, you have the 2nd pocket here, you have the 3rd pocket up here, right? And then you flip it and you have a 4th pocket here, a 5th pocket here, and then if you notch it and glue it down on 3 sides, you have a 6th pocket. If you don't notch it, you can just glue it on 2 sides and have, 2 sides this way and have a tuck spot like this. So let me show you how to make this version. Okay, and I kind of did some work in advance. So I started with a 6x9 piece of paper. I scored it at 3 and I scored it at 6. And then I scored it at 2. But the 2-inch score, I only took it 2/3 of the way. I only scored 6 inches versus the full 9. And then you Z-fold your paper, right? You Z-fold your paper. So then you flip it over and you cut the first score line up until that 2-inch mark, right? The 2-inch score. And then what you can do is fold everything, center your punch, and notch all those bottom pieces out together, because you're going to wind up with 3 pockets on the bottom. Okay, so this is going to flip this way. All right, so you're going to take your first pocket, your first bottom section, and fold it up to that 2-inch score line. Okay, and this was made on the inspiration video. It was made with a double-sided piece of paper. I'm using a single-sided piece. So what I did for my own purposes, and you know, it's a workaround for not having the 2-sided piece of paper, is I went ahead and I ripped the pocket off, right? And instead of being white like that, now I just flip it and tape it on glue it on 2 sides. and just glue it here. Just glue it back to on the tear line, so it would be as if you hadn't torn it if it was double-sided. Now, if you have double-sided paper, you're going to skip this part. Now, you're going to go ahead and glue this, the short side, right? Because you've got these two long sides, but you're going to take the short side and you're going to glue one side of it. And you're just going to glue it this way. Okay? And there's some white showing at the top, but that I can just trim off later, so I'm not worried about it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two sections and I'm going to fold them up together. But I'm going to fold them less, you know, shorter than the original pocket that I folded up with the 2-inch score line, because I want, you know, a shorter pocket in the front. And I'm just going to give it a crease with my fingernail. And now that that's folded, I'm going to go ahead and cut it on that inside score line up to the fold. And then this I can go ahead and glue. And this is overlapping over here, so I'm just going to give it a trim. Okay. And I should have inked these so you could, you know, tell where the pocket is. Let me see if I can go ahead and do that now. I'll just kind of stick a piece of paper in. And I'm going to ink this. Probably a little more than I want, but that's fine. Anyway, so now I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to go ahead and fold this up to where I folded it. And again, I have the white pocket. And I'm just going to go ahead and tear it. And flip it over. And just glue it on. And next time, I'm going to do the notches afterwards. This is the first time I'm making this pocket besides the prototype. And it didn't occur to me that by notching it, I'm locking myself into having the pockets upside down. Whereas if I hadn't notched it, I could put the pocket right side up and then notch it, you know? Oh, and I only glued the two sides. I should have glued the bottom here. So there. And then I took the liberty of cutting a pocket. Oh, no, this is wrong. Let me see if I have an extra piece of this paper. Yep. So I'm gonna mark it. Let me mark it where I want to cut it. I'm gonna mark this right there. Oh, here goes my cutter. I'm looking for it where it should be, but I didn't put it where it should be. Okay, so there's my mark. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this at an angle. But I want this angle. So I'm just gonna put corner to corner on my cutter. And cut. And then I can just go ahead and ink this. And glue it on the two sides. And we'll be done. The only other thing left to do is to notch the top. Okay. So this over here in the front, you have this white section. You cannot trim it because you'll separate the paper. So I'm hoping that inking will take care of that, and it pretty much does. I mean, you can still see that there's a difference, but it's fine. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna notch the, I'm gonna notch the pocket. And ink it. But I'm not gonna notch the back until I decide what I'm gonna do, whether I'm gonna use it as a pocket or a tuck. And then we have an overlap over here, which I'm just gonna go ahead and trim. And that came out a little bit crooked. So I'm just gonna take my trimmer and I'm just gonna take a sliver off this piece, because this is gonna be this is either gonna be the 6th pocket or it's gonna be a tuck. All right, so this is the piece that I said I'm not gonna notch until I know what I'm gonna do with the whole pocket. So again, you've got 1 pocket, 2 pockets, 3 pocket up here. All right, then you open it up. You got 4 pocket, 5 pockets, and then you got a tuck, or if you notch it and glue it on 3 sides, you got a 6th pocket. So that's the 3rd variation of the pocket. Hope you like it. And let me pull out the journal now and I'll do a flip through and I'll tell you on each page what technique was new to me, okay? And let me get all this aside. Whoop. Okay. All right, here's the journal. Newbie mistake. I made a 1/4 inch spine for this journal, and the first signature already has it being a gator mouth. So I'm torn between what to do. I'm either gonna cut out the second signature and leave it as a 1 signature journal and leave it at that, or I'm gonna pull off this lace, cut the spine in half, and add a bigger spine. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think I should do. So here, let's get started. I haven't done anything here in the front because I want to wait to decide, you know, what I'm going to do with the spine and the number of signatures. So I added this trim. Again, this was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, which I cut down. And because it was 12 and I wanted it to be 11, I folded in a 1/2 inch on each side. So if we go to this second side, you'll see that there's a 1/2 inch here too. And so then I just added this little piece of trim on top of that, and the ribbon that I dyed with coffee, and you guys saw me do that. So I did that. And then this pocket here is one of the pockets that I just showed you. This is one of the ones that I made in the video last week. So this was the top tuck, the top pocket, and then this was the side pocket. So these were the 2 that I made last week. Anyway, I decorated it, and this pocket is new to me. So that's the new technique, and I put pieces of ephemera in here, and I put a dangle and 2 more pieces of ephemera in the top pocket, and then this one I glued down as a tuck, and I just put 2 journal cards in, and this is a journal card that I had made when I was doing my stash building, ephemera stash building. And it's sewn around. I added some lace, and then this one is just plain, and it's again stitched around. And then since I put it as a tuck, I just added that there and added a label here. So the pocket was new to me. This little trim and coffee dyeing ribbon, so that was new to me there. Okay, here I added this belly band that I had made a while ago, but it was the first time that I used book page to make a belly band. And I stitched around it and added these flowers. Again, I just added faux collage journal card that I stitched around. I added the butterfly and the number and just put it here. So the new to me was book page belly band, and then I just added this leaf trim that I've used before. And then over here, new to me was the first time I made a snippet roll. So I put a piece of my snippet roll in here, and then I just added this little flower trim, and put a signature, not a signature card, a journal card in there. So the new to me is the snippet roll. Over here, new to me, doing edges. First time I use is this called Rick Rack. So first time I used that, I did dragonfly, but I only glued it on the two wings and the tail, and I used it as a tuck for these two little pieces of Tim Holtz ephemera. And then I made a little notebook, which this was, I think, new to me. And I added a pocket, I added a tag, and a little notebook that goes in the pocket. And new to me here also was I used a piece of paper that I ordered from Temu, and I folded it in half, and on the other side is this envelope. So the first time that I combined an envelope with a piece of paper to make a page for the signature. And so again, I've got the little notebook, I've got the Rick Rack, and the dragonfly tuck. And then over here, this piece, I forgot to make a signature card for it or something to put in the back. Let me just get a scrap piece of paper for the time being so you can see I glued this in as a tuck, and so I can put something behind it like that. And then this is the first like really interactive piece, so this is what's new to me. I have a little pocket in the front with a little tag, and then when you open it up, you have this pocket here for a journal card. You have another journal card over here on the side, and then you have what I call my little munchkin tags, because they're kind of short. And I just kind of put one in each of these little pockets that I made. And yes, so I added these washi stickers and stuff. But this is sort of like the first interactive piece of ephemera with multiple pockets and tags. So that's that. And then over here, this is the other half of that dragonfly piece. And I just added, it's an envelope that I collaged on, and I just put in a piece of paper, tri-folded it, and put it in here like a letter. Oops. And then, like I said, I added the trim. And then this is a journal card that I made from washi strips. I made that a while ago, again during my ephemera stash building. And I put it in here as a flip. And I put some washi. And I did some art glitter glue under the washi just to make sure that it holds. And so I've got that, I've got this, and then I added a little butterfly here. The back of this is coffee stained, and again, I added more trim. And then on this side, what's new to me is this pocket. This pocket I made using scraps. I kind of took 3 pieces of scrap, laid them out, marked where I needed to cut them, trimmed them evenly, glued them together, and made this cute little pocket that I made with double pockets, and added the trim. And then I added this big journal tag that's backed with coffee dyed paper. And then these butterflies, all of these butterflies, and this one, I use the Distress Collage medium on them, and so they have sort of a sheen to them, which I really like. So all the butterflies have that. So that was new to me as well. And this is some trim that I picked up at Hobby Lobby in a big bundle. So I added that there. Over here, this is another one of those pockets. Another one of these pockets. And it has the 3 pockets. So I put these little pieces of ephemera in it. A tag. And then I put a little Velcro dot because I noticed when I flipped the page, like it would open and get caught. So I put a little Velcro dot. And I put more ephemera on the inside. And then I use this as a pocket. And I just put a little piece of coffee dyed paper. Trim the top with the same paper. And put a little mini paper clip on it, and that goes in the back pocket. So, oh, and I did this tag as well, using mushrooms. So that goes in the pocket. And then over here, this was another snippet roll that I made. And again, these butterflies, I did the collage medium on them. And then just a big tag that I didn't decorate. It's coffee dyed in the back, but it coordinates with everything here. And so that's that. And then I also added these little glitter dots from Pink Fresh. And then over here, I added the label and more trim. This is the end of the first signature. And then this is another little interactive piece that I made. I started out with a journal card. And then again, I put a little Velcro dot on it. And I put the rose here in the middle. And I made a pocket on the side and stuck a piece of ephemera in it. So that's that. I really like this piece. It's one of my favorites. And so again, new is the interactive piece. And here I did a little notebook with a label here and another tag. And the tag has a pocket and a little piece of ephemera from Tim Holtz. And I added the butterfly. And again, the paper coordinates. And up here, that coordinates too. And I have a little notebook. And again, another journal card, and it's so pretty. I really didn't think it needed any decoration, so I just left it as is and just stitched around it and lined it with this like ledger paper. And that's the end of signature 1. And so now I'm debating what I'm gonna do, whether I cut out this second signature or cut out both signatures, cut the spine in half, and add like maybe a 1.5 inch spine, I think. Let me see. This signature kind of feels, yeah, this signature takes up about a whole maybe 1.25 inches. So I might do like a 2.5 inch spine if I decide to go that route. So let me know in the comments what you think I should do. And just to give you guys a little update, took Milo back to the vet to have his 2-week checkup after he started his heart medication, and his heart is improved, but unfortunately the vet doesn't think that he can tolerate surgery, so we can't have the masses that he has removed, and we're just gonna have to monitor him. And especially the one in his mouth, we have to monitor to make sure he's eating properly. But I mean, other than that, he's really in good spirits. He's eating, he's happy, and that's all we can hope for. I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and press that notification bell. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. See you next time.